Hey guys, welcome to this video. I want to talk with you about 5 ways to identify errors on your credit reports. My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer and I've been suing under the Fair Credit Reporting Act for about 20 years now. So let me go through these really quick and then we'll spend just a moment on each one. And then if you want more information, I'll tell you about a free training we're having today, Thursday, September the 9th at 1 p.m. Central Time. So here are the 5 things. Number 1, identify your correct personal information and ask them to get rid of everything else. So that's names, addresses, dates of birth, social, all that sort of stuff. Number 2, identify the missing information or the incomplete information where there's just data missing, where there's supposed to be data on your particular account. So we got personal information, incomplete information. Number 3 is inconsistent information. So for August 2019, Equifax says on a particular account, you're 30 days late, but Experian says you're 60 days late. Now, they might both be wrong, but they both cannot be correct. Okay, so inconsistent between the different reports and even inconsistent within the report. But we'll really cover that in step number 4, which is stuff that just doesn't make sense. Okay, so we got personal information, we've got incomplete information, inconsistent information, and then just stuff that doesn't make sense. Okay, let me give you an example. So Equifax will report the date of first delinquency, and they say it's June 2020. That's the date that you first became delinquent. And then you look in the payment history for June 2020, and it says you're great, you're current, you're on time. Well, wait a minute, how can I be current and that's also the start of my delinquency? That doesn't make any sense, okay? Or it will have a last payment of 0. But that just doesn't make sense, okay? Or it could be that it's a charged off account and you paid it off, you settled it, you owe 0 as of January 2021. But you know what? In February of 2021, it shows a charge-off. Well, wait a minute. You resolved this in January. It can't be a charge-off in the month of February. And then the month of March, and then the month of April, charge-off, charge-off. You can't be a charge-off if you don't owe anything. It just doesn't make sense, okay? So personal information, incomplete information, inconsistent information that just doesn't make sense. And the final one is just stuff that's flat out wrong. I mean, maybe it's not your account. Maybe your file has been mixed or merged with somebody else with a similar name. Maybe it's identity theft. Maybe it's a collection account and you're like, wait a minute, I paid that doctor. Doctor said I have a 0 balance to her. Why is it with the collector? That's just flat out wrong. Something we see all the time, which is you move or you cancel your cable service, you send in your cable box, and then they send it to a debt collector like Franklin Collection, IC Systems, Enhanced Recovery, and they say, oh, you owe us $217 for this cable box. You're like, no, I gave it back. It's just flat out wrong. It might be complete information. It might be totally consistent. It's just flat out wrong, okay? So that's my suggestion for sort of a way to think through going through your credit reports. Now we're ignoring public records like bankruptcy and inquiries right now. But this is the heart of what we do when we are helping somebody to correct their credit report. We're saying, all right, let's get your personal information correct. Now, what is incomplete? What is the missing data? What's the inconsistent data? All right. What's the stuff that just makes no sense? You might think of it as incomprehensible. All right. It's just like, how can I be, charged off this month when I paid it off 2 months ago? That just makes no sense. Okay. And then finally, it's just flat out wrong. Maybe you won your court case. You got sued by Midland Funding and you won, and yet Midland Funding is still reporting on it. It's just flat out wrong. Okay. And so if you want to go a little deeper in this, we have lots of videos on this channel, but we're also doing a live webinar today. And if you happen to be watching this after Thursday, September 9th, just let me know and I'll send you a replay link. But we're doing a webinar where we're going to put up actual accounts or what are called trade lines. and just look at them together. And first, assuming we have some people that are on the webinar that are in a position where they can type in comments, say, okay, guys, what do you see that's incomplete? And we'll make notes of those in the comments. I'll give you some thoughts. And then I'll pull up a Word document and we'll just start typing. How do you actually word the dispute? It's one thing to say, find these errors. It's another to say, all right, but how exactly do you word this? Little secret, there is no secret, okay? You just say it in normal everyday language. Like, hey, TransUnion, you're missing all the data for February and March 2021. Put that data in or get rid of the whole account. I mean, it literally is that simple, but I know sometimes it can be helpful to actually watch somebody do it. So we're going to do this live, okay? So you'll see me misspell words and all that stuff, but just I'll ask for your grace and mercy on that, okay? So if you want to sign up for that, there's a link in the comment and the comments and the description, and you should be able to just click on that and you register. And this is a weekly webinar we do unless I happen to be in court that day. And so this week we'll be on credit reports. We talk about debt collectors and all sorts of consumer related stuff. So if you can join us, that's great. If you'd like to get the replay link, just sign up. You'll get the replay link automatically. If you miss this today, in other words, you're watching this on Friday the 10th or something, just contact me through alabamaconsumer.com. I'll send you the link. So hope that this is helpful, and I will catch you guys later. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.